Good evening, folks, and welcome to the KSM Nightly News. I'm Eric Rosenblatt, bringing you yet another round of fresh stories to scare and anger you, so you will be more compliant and oblivious to what's really going on. As we say here on the KSM News Network, don't let the facts get in the way of a good story. And have we got some incredible tales for you tonight? Oh, one moment. We're getting some breaking news. A KSM exclusive, it would seem. Casey Rochford, longtime collaborator on this channel, is dead. Executed by thugs from Anthony's restaurant chain, along with his cohort, Eric Rosenblatt. We will certainly grieve for their loss. Wait, hang on a second. So, in this episode of Minute Microscopy, I'd like to talk about journalistic integrity. The term fake news has been casually thrown about as of late. And while most of it is ignorant nonsense, it might surprise you that the news, all news, is faker than you might think. Countless times, stories have been picked up and published with almost no verification, often going viral and being shared, discussed, and argued about, only for it to come to light sometime later that it never happened. Typically, when the truth of the matter emerges, there is little, if any, airtime provided to showcase the error and provide a meaningful retraction. It's just quietly forgotten, swept under the rug, and leaving the public to continue to believe in falsehoods. Now, maybe this isn't a big deal if the story is about the woman who had surgery to gain a third breast. Ultimately, that's just harmless, childish fun. But when the stakes are higher, when an innocent person's livelihood is on the line, or lives in a whole country, it becomes much more serious. There was a time when journalistic integrity meant something, when people collecting information and sharing it fact-checked their sources, confirmed as conclusively as possible the details of a story, strove for unbiased, objective reporting. But those days are long gone now. With the 24-hour news cycle and every company struggling to be the first to get the hot scoop, attention to accuracy has been discarded in favor of sensationalism.
And what will the ignorant masses say when World War III begins?
Sieg Heil, probably.
After all, the boring reality of a situation may cause most to tune out. But if a story can get your blood boiling out of anger or your heart pumping out of fear, well, you're far more likely to keep watching. Now you might think, well, my trusted news organization is immune. They're the good guys, right? Well, you'd be wrong. They all lie, or at the very least, stretch the truth and feed you out of context information, just like politicians. Why? Money. They all have bills to pay, and the bigger the company, the bigger the bills. So the incentive drifts toward tabloid journalism to sell more advertisements, and the things left withering on the vine are the facts, and potentially our lives. Are there still honest journalists out there? Well, yeah, but how can they compete with the bullshitters who want to make a quick buck capitalizing on clickbait headlines and vapid, emotionally driven stories? The once noble career of journalism, supplying the people with truthful information about the goings-on in the world around them, serving as the last line of defense against tyranny, is rapidly descending into the Jerry Springer cesspit. I suppose the takeaway should be that the more sensational, the more emotionally charged the story, the more motivated you feel to do something or compel others to act on your behalf, the more angry you become hearing about a supposed wrongdoing, well, the more skeptical you should be about the veracity of the facts you're being provided. But somehow I doubt that will ever be the case now. We're fast approaching Jesus. Idiocracy was supposed to be a cautionary tale, not a playbook.